Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, everyone. Today we're talking about an underseen Christmas gem, Jim Henson's The Christmas Toy, directed by Eric Till and written by Laura Phillips. It's Christmas Eve, and Jamie's room full of toys that come to life when no one's looking anxiously await the arrival of the new Christmas toy. Sound familiar? This film reveals harsh realities in what is seemingly a fun and spirited children's TV special, but even with those darker tones, I absolutely recommend adding this to your Christmas movie rotation. Here's why.
Called The Christmas Toy. So step into the playroom when no one's looking and see what really goes on.
1986's The Christmas Toy exemplifies 80s charm and perfectly encapsulates the brutality of 80s children's media, but also the beauty and wonder that it held. That wonder especially is captured by the magnificent artistry from the Jim Henson Company. No surprise to anyone. And what makes an excellent pairing with 1987's A Muppet Family Christmas, The Christmas Toy opens on Christmas Eve as Kermit the Frog introduces us to our main players. As the toys congregate in the playroom to wait out what we find out is a very anxiety-inducing holiday, we meet our main character, Rugby the Tiger, voiced by Dave Goelz. Rugby is fuzzy, warm, and lovable, but has an air of smugness to him. He's not worried about the new toys wrapped up under the Christmas tree, that's for sure. He knows his owner Jamie could never forget about him, the favorite Christmas toy, so he leaves the toy room, to the chagrin of the wizened old teddy bear Balthazar, voiced by Jerry Nelson, and the affable Apple, voiced by Kathryn Mullen. Side note, but the names of these characters are so inspired, just the grandest and appropriately imaginative names for toys. Sounds like relatively simple fare though, no? What is quickly revealed is that whenever a human approaches, the toys must scramble to get back to the exact place they were left when the humans were last in the room. If they are found out of place, they are frozen forever. Like, they just die, basically. There's an incredibly morbid and honestly frightening scene, the more I think about it, where the clown Ditz is carried in a funeral procession by the other toys and essentially is buried in the closet with others frozen in time. It adds some very real stakes and makes it very apparent why Toy Story never chose to fully explore what happens if the humans really do realize the toys are alive. So, stakes is high for Rugby as he ventures out into the hallway, which seems not so daunting at first, but the way the camera frames the set and how the script utilizes the constant tension of the children bustling around the house, it is Christmas Eve after all, or the parents waking up to a strange disturbance caused by said toys, is truly effective. It feels like we are in the hallway forever with Rugby, but luckily a charming cat toy named Mew comes to help despite Rugby's constant teasing that Mew isn't a real toy. Mew knows that if Rugby is found wrapped up in a present, Jamie will realize he's been moved and Rugby will be frozen. All of these characters are incredibly well drawn, and I found myself increasingly impressed by the nuance of the script. This thing is only 50 minutes but contains multiple moments that cause deep consternation in my soul, but simultaneously had me smiling ear to ear. I especially connected with Apple and Mew, one being the arbiter of knowledge. The voice performance for Apple from Mullen is wonderful, enhanced by the great puppet design, exuding an understanding that she has seen the same desperation Rugby is seeing now. Choosing to make a cat toy prominent in the feature adds a classic, if not predictable, theme that it's not what you are, but who you are and what you do that defines you. Mew goes to great lengths to save Rugby when the character, sometimes to a maddening degree, refuses to accept reality. Their bickering quickly turns into friendship as Mew shows Rugby what it really means to be a toy, and that acceptance helps Rugby to see the larger picture. They also introduced the super fun Meteora, Queen of the Asteroids, basically this movie's Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Camille Banara, clearly having a ball. The character's lack of awareness creates even more suspense for the other toys, adding a layer of silliness amongst the tension. Eventually, they convince Rugby to let go of his fixation on remaining the Christmas toy forever, and it's a mad dash to get him back to the toy room. Cinematography work is straightforward here, but very effective. While at first you think it easy to traverse, this would be intimidating to someone the size of a toy. It also, I don't know, feels creepy. The perspective is always from the ground up, so it all looks grander and more menacing, the lighting and shadows adding a moodiness without losing the holiday charm and fun spirit. Mew flies off the back of the cabbie toy and lands in the light of a doorway as Jamie's parents come out to find him. No, not Mew! Rugby tries to go and save him, but ends up in the linen closet. Holding Mew, Rugby says, "You were the best friend I ever had, but did I thank you for that? What I did was make fun of you and insult you and tell you that you smelled funny. I can't accept that you're frozen." These lines in a scene with open grieving in a Muppets Christmas special that aired on live TV, brutal, but heartfelt, and they handle the subject matter delicately for a children's special. Rugby then goes into the absolute banger, Old Friends, Dear Friends / Together at Christmas, and Mew miraculously unfreezes and Christmas is saved through the power of love and friendship. Then Mew describes being dead, and we're reminded again of the tightrope walk of emotion and earnestness that Henson Productions carried.
But it was like no place, and it was very dark,
and cold.
It's the clown and the other Frozen toys return to life, and the toys continue to regale us in song as Kermit the Frog joins the closing number. And really, what more can you ask for in a Muppets Christmas spectacular than Kermit the Frog in a Santa costume? While seemingly facile on the surface, the Christmas toy contains many multitudes and stands out as one of the most special Henson productions amongst an oeuvre of pop culture classics. With endless puppet eye candy and the perfect amount of Christmas sparkle and holiday cheer, the movie is a joy to look at from start to finish. There really is a cursed image quality to the movie that allows for it to be viewed even in a different context outside of the Christmas season. These movies always have a way of creating a specific point of view so that you feel like you're shrunk down to size, experiencing the world from the puppet's eyes. It's why these Henson productions feel so personal and heartfelt, and the design of the puppets are all so fun to see on screen. Christmas vibes ooze from every crevice of this movie, as do a marked amount of product placement from sponsor Kraft, but you can just taste that 80s tone permeating off of this thing. The music in general is great, with some moody synthesizers near the end, nailing the nostalgic cable TV feeling. Many deep topics are broached like death, grieving, but also what Christmas really means, being together with those you love during the holidays. In addition, it has Rugby, Tiger, and the Christmas toys before him like Apple grappling with their place in the lineage, much like we do as humans and families. At one point, we were the child, the center of attention on Christmas, and now that time is long past. And the Christmas toy really harnesses that energy and anxiety that you have as a child opening up that big present on Christmas. The movie wisely creates a succinct, brisk holiday film that highlights what it means to grow up, move on, and accept that your place in the spotlight may not be forever, but the idea that legacy and one small shared memory is more important than remaining relevant forever. First of all, most of all, I loved you. And that's what Christmas is all about. Love. If you're looking for a Christmas movie that is full of vivacity and pure fun, but not without some deeper messaging and some great musical numbers to boot, Jim Henson's The Christmas Toy should not be overlooked this holiday season. What did you think of Jim Henson's The Christmas Toy? What are some of your favorite underseen Christmas classics? Leave all the comments below, and before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time, old friends, new friends, hoping they'll always be here with each other together at Christmas.